chapter, there's some advice or there's a new center that you started in our own facility, there's some advice or pitfalls or things like that you would recommend for us to either do or not do based on every purpose I was experience from all the different.
Yes.
And to add to what he said, new center, it's not a big city like San Jose, so there may be some unique challenges to growing it, or maybe just your thoughts on that.
Okay. First of all, I would like to say that an organization is founded or established to achieve certain objectives. So when you registered a non-profit organization or a profit organization or any society, there first you have to give the aims and objectives for which that you have established. Isn't it? Then whichever the board of directors or the executive committees or various committees are formed, they are formed only to achieve those aims and objectives. Right? So if you have, it is a non-profit organization, Seva is at a spiritual field, then you should remain focused on those aims and objectives. That is, the chapter must know very clearly. Suppose I start something to establish a temple and then I run a restaurant. So that's a very, very wrong thing, because you are having to purpose is defeated or it is a different thing. So therefore, I would like to tell you, as far as Chinmay Mission and all its branches, they are founded. It is for what Gurudev has said, that this, our mission statement gives very clearly to provide to individuals from any background wisdom of Vedanta and practical means for their spiritual growth and happiness, enabling them to become positive contributors to society. So the statement itself makes it clear what is the aim and objective of the whole Chinmay Mission. So that is the same for Chinmay Mission Portland also. To provide to you for what? These spiritual wisdom, Vedanta's knowledge, and for their, and practically for their spiritual growth. So one aspect is individual spiritual growth and happiness is the main thing. Through the knowledge of Vedanta and the various practices that are there, it can be puja, japa, tapa, meditation, seva and all that. These are the means by which they must grow spiritually. And then they should become capable of serving again as the society. Because what you have now, you must serve. So there are two aspects. One is individual's spiritual growth and happiness, and rendering service to society. Correct? Now that is the aim of Chinmay Mission. Okay? Now once that is understood. And the Vedanta also we teach here as it was taught to us by our Gurudev. And Gurudev followed the Advaita tradition of Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji. So this knowledge which we are teaching is as expounded by Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya and then further taught to us by our Gurudev. This also should be understood. Because see, there are also different schools of thoughts, the religious and all that are. Dvait is there, Vishishta Dvait there, Shuddha Dvait there, Dvaita is there. But we are teaching Advait tradition. So as far as Vedantic thing is concerned, that is our line of thought. Then we have activities for children, for youth, that also is for everyone's spiritual growth and happiness, remember. And those who teachers are teaching them, they are also teaching only for that purpose, so that they also study, they teach, and they also grow. So in order to achieve that, so many activities are there. All the books, literature, DVDs, CDs, and all these things you are bringing out, that also is for that only. Okay? So then in this process, the main objective of the mission is that, and that day also inaugural day also I told. So it is, one is to give knowledge, devotion in the hearts, and the hands are employed in the service. So once you principally understand, then whatever activities that are taken out here, or some projects which are taken, time-bound project may be, long-term project may be, but the purpose of that is this one. To achieve these aims and objectives, we have established the center. And anything that is in keeping with these principles and guidelines which are given to us by Gurudev himself, and with that only we have been doing. Now in India we have got so many education institutes are there, research institutes are there, rural seva project there. At the moment in Portland you cannot have all that, but here for our community, here this guidance, what we call the spiritual guidance, value education for our children and all our understanding our culture. So festivals, and that much only is limited to that. Correct? So it is established here. Now what happens? When this is done, we have taken bank loans, we have individuals loans and so many loans, and that is there, and then we have to return also. That's also duty and responsibility, that whatever that assistance has come with which you have built this, but we have to pay back, we have to maintain it. Then only question of expansion also comes. That's how in which field we can expand, how to do that. But our immediate, all that concern also must be that we have to fulfill. And we will, it's not that we will not and we cannot. If we remain focused on our objectives, and all activities geared towards that, then everything will be fine. Now, any new center, they get too much over anxious, worried. How we are going to play the utilities and how, I'll give names also I do not know. And thereafter also, this is our monthly, we have to pay to bank so much, we have to this much, and then our income is only this much, and then how it will be. Hey. Your job is to keep working. I had read when one lady was there, she used to look after 50, 60 children. Happily, cheerfully. Somebody asked, how do you know it does become stressful? Because when we have one child also, it is difficult and you are taking care of him. She said, I have contract with God. I will work, you will worry. So I work, I give work. Bhagavan also has to do his job. He said, Yoga Kshema Vahamam, I will take care of your needs and all that. So he will do it. Now tell me, up till now it has happened or not?
Yes.
when you thought of taking a building itself, how much worry and all that was there. But it happened or not? Bank also gave you money, we also gave, other people also gave. So, what is the problem? You keep working. No, why I am saying, they get worried and they say, no, we should rent it to some places and that money will come and all that. Don't talk of renting and all that. Think of utilizing this place for our aims and objectives. See, your mindset should be clear. The purpose for which you have established, are you working to fulfill that or not? Did you build it to rent? It is not a commercial kind of thing, you know, I made a kalyana mandapam. Which is made for only renting. This place is not meant for renting. It is used for parenting, not renting. But making use of this to fulfill the aims and objectives. You become very clear about this one point. And if you think by renting money will come by renting. If you rent and you allow smoking, drinking, everything, then you will get money. But that is defeating the very purpose. Therefore, please don't talk of renting. You only think how it can be utilized for the aims and objectives. And if you do that, people will come. And when people will come, they will come with their purse also. And when they see the work is done, you speak, they will give. Now also they have given, then also they will give. So, primary objective is to fulfill the aims and objectives given by Gurudev. So all our activities, everything should be focused on that. This place, all our Chinmay mission members are there, associated members are there. If they have got some kind of family function, somebody's son's Upanayanam is there, or their daughter, simple, what you call the music, what you call the, or dance called arrangement, our family members I am talking about. Because they are only supporting the whole thing. If their family function is there, they want to celebrate their parents, what you call the 60th birthday or wedding or something. That type of function, if you just give and all, that is understandable. But otherwise, whom to give, whom not to give, and there will be, such a manual of guidelines and all, and who will take care? Because even suppose when you rent a place to someone, still our member will have to be present that they use all our things properly. If our music system is disturbed, can you give us charge like that? Not possible. Therefore, don't go into all that. Focus on fulfilling the objective. That is my firm advice. And I am telling you, don't underestimate that, everything will come. अब तक तो निभाया है, आगे भी निभाएगा. Bhagwan has taken care of up till now. He will look after us for later on. You do your job.